Welcome, my Island of Misfit Toys. Today's episode, Strong Island episode. Strong Island episode. Give me some. We got Rob Cervoni in here today.
What's up, everybody?
Pizza Rob, owner and operator of Talio's Pizza here in Long Island. Strong Island famous, but also starting to become world famous.
I don't know about all that.
I mentioned it on the #1 podcast in the world. I'm not talking about this one.
You did.
I'm talking about Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, man. That mention on Joe Rogan, you can't buy stuff like that. You put me on the map with that, and I really appreciate you for that.
Oh, no, dude,
Listen, people don't realize how nice of a guy you are and how giving you are and how in the community, you're a very community-based guy. And, I mean, for Long Island, I always try to represent Long Island in a really strong light. Like Long Island doesn't get the love it deserves. But even with the UFC scene, look how many champions.
Come on now, man.
I mean,
Cerro Longo team. We have homegrown.
Listen,
Ally Aquintas lives right next to the couple of towns from Chris Weidman. Aljo grew up next to me, then in Uniondale.
Yeah.
I mean, you go on and on, man. Eddie Truck Gordon, Pete Dragosel. Neighborhood kids.
It's crazy. Like when you list those names, they're all names I grew up watching, especially you. I grew up watching you. And I mean, Long Island, that's what I'm trying to do for Long Island pizza, right? Everyone talks about Brooklyn and Manhattan and the Bronx and Queens. Dude, Long Island's got some good pizza. And what people don't know is that like a guy like Umberto Corteo from Umberto's, I mean, he really started like the slice shop scene. A lot of people don't know that, and most of the pizzerias on Long Island have branched off from him. I know you back in the day you were a big Umberto's guy. Oh,
Umberto's is still not bad. Umberto's is
it's great.
decent.
No, it'll never be bad. It'll never be bad.
It's always quality. It's good.
Always good.
But yours is next level though. I can't wait. We're gonna get into that. We're getting way into that. Your pizza.
Yeah.
Because it's so crazy, you know. How we found each other here. Like, it's just the way it works. And it's all thanks to the guy to my left, the great Christian Harloff. Christian, I was about to say show the slice, but you already destroyed it. But Rob came, Rob came bearing gifts, some Sarah slices. And Christian, it is a great slice, though. No?
It's the first time I've had it.
Isn't it fucking great? Really
you never had a Sarah slice?
No.
Oh, man.
What?
Hey, listen.
All right.
I gotta bring it to him. He's fucking lives down. It's down the block. What's so nice? How our origin story is, you know, we're here in Mineola at the studio, and at the Mineola train station. You know, after I get done with this, I ask Christian, and I ask anybody wherever I'm at, where's the best pizza, and he goes, look, you gotta try. At the time, he was calling it Taglios. You got to forgive him.
Nah. G's silent, like lasagna.
It's spelled with a G, but the G is silent. Like what? Say it again.
Like lasagna, man.
I love when you say that. It's so great. Say it again because you weren't on camera.
The G is silent like lasagna.
Let's go. So, I stole that from you. I use that all the time.
I stole that from Lil Wayne, actually.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, he said that in a song. Yeah.
Fucking.
He said, real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Oh, that's fucking great.
That was a good line.
That's poetry.
It's poetry. He's a poet. Wheezy F baby.
But so anyway, so I went over there. It's a pretty small shop. It's at the train station. And dude, you weren't there the first time.
No, I was there.
Oh, you were there.
I was there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's right. You came out. I thought that was the second time I was.
So
there.
I was actually when you walked in, I was boxing pizza, and as soon as you walked in, I've had some celebrities walk in the door.
Stop saying celebrities.
Well, you are, even though you don't think you are, but you are. Like I've had Mick Foley. I had a bunch of guys come in there, and I never want to approach them like a super fan. You know,
I got you.
You guys want to get in, get your pizza, eat it, enjoy it, and move on. So when you came up to the counter, I just so happened to be standing right there. And I said, look, hey, man, you know, I'm a big fan of yours. I used to watch you growing up. I actually was a member of your school probably back in the early 2000s.
Huntington.
Yeah, in Huntington.
Right? Yeah.
So
how old were you then?
Man, I was probably in college. I was probably 18, 19 years old.
Oh, wow,
you know?
man.
So, yeah, like 20 years ago.
Oh,
That's
shit,
crazy.
Man, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so I was a member of your school. I just said, hey, man, like, you know, big fan of yours. And I knew you were a big pizza guy.
Yeah.
So, you know, I hooked it up. I put I put a little extra love into it. And then I put it in the oven. I said, here, it's on me, man. Just try. Let me know if you like it. You know.
Oh, my God. And I just, not only did I loved it. And I still love it. I let out. I can't help. Every time when I eat it, I still say, dude, this every bite. I'm like, this is fucking good. And I don't know. I love it. And it's something. There was something different about it. That's what. And I asked you, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what I asked you, but I'm like, what's with the ingredients? It's really fresh. I was telling you, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, look, we do things differently than they've been done on Long Island a long time. Not to bore the people.
No, they gotta know. It's education.
But all the ingredients we use are imported from Europe. The only thing we use that's domestic is our cheese, and it comes from Wisconsin. It's great cheese. But our flour is all it's all imported. It's from Caputo flour. It's for me, it's one of the best flours in the world. Look, he's got a slice right there.
It's the Sarah slice.
Yeah, there it is.
If I didn't have two zins in, I'd fucking put this in my mouth right now. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so fucking good.
Yeah. So
I'll become a slob if you get that near me. I'll eat it. I'll fucking eat it right now.
So the flour's all imported.
Oh, fuck it. I'm sorry. Keep going.
It's got no bleach. It's got no bromate. I actually have it on the wall. You saw it on the wall. It says no bleach, no bromate.
Let's start that again, right? From no bleach, no
bleach,
no bleach,
no bleach, no bromate. So bleach is to get into the history of it. Back in the day, I'm not sure when days, but back in the days when the race wars were going on, white was perceived as good, and brown or black was received as like dirty or bad. So that's where white bread came from, and white toast.
That's where it came from.
White sugar, yeah, because sugar is naturally brown, right?
Yeah.
So flour is naturally tan and beige.
Wait, this is the reasoning,
correct,
of how we got white bread?
From what?
It's from racial
You could
shit?
fact check me, but it's from back then. Like in the 60s, they said like, white was pure and clean, so they started bleaching the flours and bleaching sugar.
It's fucking crazy.
It's weird. Because
I didn't know. I didn't know it was that. That was the reason.
It's deep. It's deep.
Wow.
So that when I heard that for the first time, I was like, "Damn, are we allowed to curse on the show?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy shit!"
I just said I wanted to fuck your pizza.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
weird?
like, that's crazy. Because like, think about a company saying we need to color our food differently to make it perceived as cleaner.
That's fucking crazy.
And by doing so, you made it less clean.
But what about less clean and just
it's just weird.
So why now doesn't everybody use like the no bleach, no bromate?
So it just comes down to money and also ease of use. I was just in Vegas at the Pizza Expo, and at the end of the show, we're all hanging out in the pool, just a bunch of pizza guys, and they're all coming up to me saying, we tried to switch, but our pizza would explode, and it just potassium bromate's a preservative, and it's like when you go to the gym and you use steroids. It's like cheating. It's the same thing. It's like steroids for your dough. But it's a carcinogen, and it makes it last longer. It makes it proof a little bit slower. It makes it easier to stretch. When you bake it, it makes it crispier. It gives it some more color. So it's really doing all the things that just proper fermentation does without doing it.
So you have to learn how to do proper. I'm not even going to try to use
fermentation.
The word. Fermentation. I can do that.
Yeah,
right? So you have to have that down. How did you learn? I want to take it back. Let's take it back.
Yeah.
All right. I want to take it back to your origin story.
Sure.
A kid from Long Island.
Sure.
I'm just laughing right now because I'm thinking of a clip with you. You're really good on camera. You do. What's your Instagram? Is that on Talio's Instagram?
Yeah. At Talio Pizza at Rob Cervoni.
No, yeah. You do a ton of the clips, and there was one of you like you were on the street. And you interview your mother. Your mother. She's like, this was out of a sitcom. Yeah. She's like, you made it. What'd she say? Do you know what she said?
Yeah, she said, I'm like, spatula microphone, because that's my little shtick.
Yeah.
I go, spatula microphone, I'm here with my mother. Ma, how's it going? She's like, well, I never thought you would amount to anything, but here we are.
And she said it was so genuine and fun. And you're like, and you're looking at the, thanks, Ma.
Yeah.
You're looking at the camera. So great. That's great. That's comedy.
100% genuine, which
No, you're good behind the camera.
Yeah.
So tell me. So you were a kid on Long Island.
Kid on Long Island, never great in school, very bad in school, detention all the time. Getting sent home. I wasn't a good student. I like to work with my hands. So finally, my dad got to a point where he's like, "Listen, I worked in a pizzeria growing up. I think you should go work in a pizzeria growing up." And family friend of ours had just bought a pizzeria that was like a couple blocks away from my house. And it just so happened that my dad worked in that same pizzeria when he was growing up, when he was his teenager. So he's like, go there and work, learn, you know, you get to talk to people. This was pre-cell phone, like texting and everything, pre-social media. So it really put me out there to talk to people. And then slowly, like, I worked my way up from like a bus boy to a salad boy. Then I started working the counter. And I would go in the dough room and watch them making dough, but I never really was too interested in it. But you know, I loved cooking and loved, you know, the process of making the pizza. And that's kind of where I got my start, was just working the counter.
How old were you?
Oh, man, I had to be 16, 17, something like that.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So that gave you, now at that time, did you think, oh, one day maybe I can own a shop, or no?
So I never thought that way because, look, full disclosure, you know, I always get made fun of for being a trust fund baby. I grew up in Great Neck, so, you know, my dad was a hedge fund guy. You know, was in the stock brokerage industry. So he never really was like, oh, you're gonna own a pizzeria. But the owner there, his name was Alfredo, and I'll never forget. He would come there periodically, but wasn't there all the time. And he looked at me and he said, you are gonna be a pizza lifer. You were made for this. You're gonna do it, because in pizza, you got to have personality. Oh, like you have it too. Just talking to people. How's it going? How's your day? Oh, nice to meet you. You know, that's a big part of working the counter at a pizzeria. You got to be able to talk to people. And that's the problem I have now, is finding staff that likes to talk to people. You know, because now you got social media, you got texting. These kids, they don't talk to people.
You got a nice staff.
I got a good staff.
James, Mike, Cassandra, they're all good. Yeah. They're all happy. They're all good people.
They're awesome. And
Smiles.
my staff in Mineola is awesome too. You know, I pride myself on, you could have the best pizza in the world, but if you have an asshole serving it to you, it's going to be terrible. So,
did I say that to you before?
Yeah.
Did I say that to you before?
I'm pretty sure you have.
I don't want to say. I don't want to. Listen to me. I use that exact analogy at like my school, and I make it for pizza. Yeah. Same exact thing you said. They can have the best slice on the block in the town. But if there's a jerk off behind the counter, I'm not eating that. Yeah, that's funny that you said that.
Yeah. So and then you could have really bad pizza too, and the opposite effect. If you have great staff people and you treat them like family, they're gonna want to come back. And
if it's shit pizza though, listen, I'll say hello.
Yeah,
or I'll maybe come in for a soda
one time.
But no, I'm with you. But no, dude.
So I figure if you have both of those things, that's when you could really excel. So that's what I learned, you know, in the pizzeria growing up, and. You know, then after that, I kind of just went to college and studied business management and business finance. And
do you think that helped you? Or no, honestly?
I don't think so.
If you didn't go at all, do you think it'd be a difference?
I don't think it helped. You can't teach someone to work in a restaurant or, I mean, I guess culinary school. I regret not going to culinary school because there's some pizzerias that are ran by like chefs that went to that education of culinary, but everything I learned was like working in the pizzeria and learning from other chefs that I've either hired or worked with, you know, different pizza men.
Why Roman style?
So, yeah. So
it's uncommon.
It's very uncommon,
especially here in Long Island.
Yeah. So I never wanted to do the typical Long Island pizzeria because then I'd just be another guy.
You can make a living, but
and they're everywhere. They're every block. You got them everywhere. I wanted to do something different that was more cutting edge that maybe Long Island had never seen. So I found this guy, Massimiliano Saeva, and he ran a pizza school at the time called the Roman Pizza Academy.
Okay.
I sent him a message on Instagram and would always watch his stuff, and I would see him making the Roman pizza. But for me, when I would go to Italy in the summertime, visit my grandparents and go to Rome, you would see that style pizza everywhere. And to them, it's just pizza, right?
Yeah.
Like we call it Roman style pizza because that's how the pizza is in Rome. Yeah. And it's a street food. Like you're walking around doing your sightseeing and you want a little snack on the road, and they'll take 2 slices, they'll cut it, they'll weigh it on a scale, and then they'll smash it together. And give it to you like almost like a sandwich. So you get 2 slices as like a sandwich. Fucking delicious. Yeah. So what made me want to do Roman was the weighing it on the scale. What a lot of people don't know about me is I was a franchisee of a frozen yogurt store called 16 Handles. It was in Great Neck on Middle Neck Road. And what we used to do was the customer would fill their cup up with the ice cream and put it on a scale and weigh it.
Okay.
So when I was already doing that concept. When I went to Italy and I saw them put the pizza on the scale and weigh it, that's where like a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, holy shit, we could do this in the United States. Like it would be a whole new concept where you got a beautiful slice counter and you weigh and pay. And that's when I reached out to Massimiliano. I told him my idea, and immediately he said to me, he's like, hey, I'm happy to come teach you, but the weighing model doesn't work in the United States.
That's interesting. Now, why wouldn't it?
Because we're so trained to be like, give me a slice of that and a slice of this. And people don't. In Italy, it's weird too when I do it because there's no like, it's like price per kilo. And it's like, I don't know how much. The guy's like, how much you want? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I guess this much. And then he goes, okay. And he cuts it. It's a weird dynamic, but people have tried it in the United States and it didn't work.
Okay, but you stuck with the Roman.
I stuck with the Roman, yeah, because once you taste Roman pizza, it's just so different from everything else, but it's similar enough to, let's say, a grandma style or Sicilian.
Exactly.
Kind of like a hybrid that I thought, hey, maybe we could make this work here. So I did that. When I first opened Talio, there was no New York style pizza on the menu. It was just Roman.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, dude, your classic round and classic Sarah.
Yeah.
But your classic round is fucking still one of my favorite. Might be one of my favorites.
You know, I put a lot of work into that one after I learned a lot about the Roman style. But people are going to judge you by your New York slice because we're in New York and Long Island. So that's why I kind of like deviated and added it to the menu. But the Roman style, man, once you taste it, it's so light, it's so crispy. And when it's done right, for me, it's the best pizza in the world when it's done right.
How often you see me at your shop?
Oh, I mean, either Mineola or Mazzabico. I'm pretty sure you're there. How many? 3-4 times a week,
if not more.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. I might be living on your pizza.
I think in the summertime you're there almost every day.
The dream of me being a Ninja Turtle was always kind of rough because I love pizza so much. At one point I was 50 pounds heavier. I went through some stages, and that's because of my love of pizza, and Italian food. But it's possible now with the 0.0 flour. I said that right?
Yeah, double zero,
double zeros.
Yeah,
0.0 is retarded.
No.
Okay,
it's fine.
But the double zero flour, the Caputo flour, it's just I could eat on the way to go train. Like it doesn't bloat me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you feel like a fat guy. And I'm not becoming a fat guy. And like you said, I'm there I'll give you there the 5 days a week.
Yeah, man. It's just honestly, it's just proper fermentation. It's sad to say, like I see guys, pizzerias on Instagram like gloating about their fermentation process and like it's like, yo, you're supposed to ferment the pizza. It's not. Why are you bragging about like you fermenting the pizza? It's like it's supposed to be fermented. Yeah. Like you need to do that. That's how bread is made.
How'd you learn? Well, they should know that. No, I mean, what the fuck?
They do know that. It's. How did I learn that? Just Massimiliano taught me his dough process. There's 3 different dough processes. It's really boring, but there's pre-ferments and then there's direct ferment and there's a poolish, a biga, and then there's just direct. And direct is when you make the dough and you let it proof and then you ball it and then you leave it for a certain amount of time, 24, 36, hours.
Oh, dude, let me tell you something. You talking about making the
science,
dough
man.
Is like me telling Christian take out a Kimura to take in the back sequence. I'm trying to get him down to the school. Where the fuck have you been? I'm not putting you on the spot.
Lazy. When it comes to pizza, I'm
You weren't bad. You came in. You were knocking off the rust. You were starting to. I saw you for a good 2 to 3 weeks.
I gotta get back into it, man. I'm getting fat and out of shape. I'm busy. I'm looking for a 3rd location now, so we'll see. But I do gotta get back in there. My wife yells at me and says, "Go train there. You got a world champion willing to train you. What's wrong with you?" Oh yeah. She wants to come too, but
the women's class would be great for her to start.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her in there.
The whole family's.
I'm gonna get her in there. Yeah. She wants to try it.
Before I forget, how did Cassandra do with her first?
Yeah, I mean, look,
what do you call it again?
It's a pizza
Expo?
competition. Yeah, Pizza Expo. So it's they call it the International Pizza World Championships and stuff like that.
She was excited about getting in there.
Yeah, she was excited. It was her first time. Now, she's going up against some absolute monsters. It'd be like if I'm going up against a white belt's going up against 10 black belts. That's
one of those. I got
it's one of those, you know what I mean? So it's anyone could enter.
Yeah.
But like there's levels to this. And It was her first time doing it. We came up with a really good. What I wanted to do for her was come up with a pizza that we could replicate in the pizzeria.
Okay.
Because most people, when they do these championships, they'll go in like I used to do it, and they'll put crazy stuff on the pizza because it's good. But it's like if you had to make that every day,
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
You want something that you can actually show off. And
yeah, like when I do the competitions, I got second place with like a duck prosciutto and sweet potato. Like it was just, it's too crazy. But so what we did was we made like a version of our Diavolo pizza. We upgraded a little bit. We had some balsamic pearls. We used an imported burrata. We salted it with some, and then we put some olive oil in it. We did something like super simple, but just like it just hits different. Like it hits hard because I kind of know what everyone else is gonna do. And then I did a cherry pepper jam.
Yeah, that's what she told me.
Yeah, so the cherry pepper jam was like a sweet, salty. Then you had the acid from the balsamic. I like to hit every single aspect of the food. They call it like umami.
Combinations at the taste buds. You go body head.
Exactly. I wanted to hit every taste bud for every style judge, which I felt we did that, but you know, she's a little bit new. The dough wasn't the best at that specific time.
Hey, it's like a fight. It's like a fight, man.
It was, but
she's got experience.
She still did great. She got third place in the Northeast. So the way they do it is everybody competes, and then they go Northeast, Northwest, Southwest, Southeast, and the first place from every category goes into the final, and then they make another pizza, and then they get judged on that. So she placed third in the Northeast for someone who just started going up against these guys who've been doing this for a long time. She did great.
Wait, you said she got what?
She got third place in the Northeast.
That's great.
Overall got like 26th out of 180.
And she's a young girl.
She's a young girl.
It's a great experience for her.
A great experience and her first time.
Yeah, shit,
First time.
Man.
She could only go up from there. And listen, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her.
My first time in the UFC, spinning back fist to death. No, listen, I got revenge. But anyway, listen, that's great experience for her.
Yeah,
It really
no,
is.
it was awesome, and she's awesome. She's super it's hard to find people that are passionate about what you do. It's like hard to find people that are passionate about the fight game and jiu-jitsu. But when you do find that person with that passion, and you feel like, hey, I could train this person and make them like a monster. I could same way you could train Tommy, who's another customer.
Tommy Beethoven
We love
Di
Tommy.
Gennaro.
You found him. He's got a passion.
He's a great kid, isn't he? Is he a nice kid?
He's the best. He's the best. He's
Everybody
the
loves
nicest
Tommy.
guy. He's the nicest guy.
He's just a nice kid.
But you saw something in him the same way I see something in Cassie, and I feel like I could train her to be a champion, just like you feel like you could train Tommy to be a champion.
Yeah, hey, listen, man. And it's all good people. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Hey, in the past, I told you you'd be good behind the camera with your spatula microphone and all that shit. I told you that from the beginning. I do. You're good. You got something. Now, you've done how many, one reality show or more than one?
I've done one and it aired. It was Food Network's Chopped. So I did that one. That was in 2023. You go there, they give you a mystery basket of ingredients, and there's 4 rounds, and every single round someone gets chopped.
Okay.
So it's a competition show. So it was pizza based, and I was representing Roman style pizza. There was a guy from Chicago representing Chicago thin crust.
Okay.
There was a girl from Brooklyn representing New York Brooklyn style.
I like the premise.
And then a Detroit guy with a Detroit pizza.
Of course.
So so I ended up winning that show, and
you won the show.
I won the show. Yeah,
that's fucking
I won the show. It was you film from 5 a.m. to 9 o'clock at night. You're just got a camera in your face making pizza all day, and I won, and that's kind of what kicked off my career as far as like giving you some credentials in the pizza world. Like I have done pizza competitions in the past, but I never won an international pizza competition. I only got, the highest I did was second place in the world, which is great, but like that was the highest. But then the chop thing kind of really kicked it off.
Wait, what's the second place in the world thing?
So there was a competition in Atlantic City called the Caputo Cup. And
the Caputo Cup.
The Caputo Cup. Everybody just makes a pizza, and then they have judges that score it. And when you win, then you become a world pizza champion. So that's kind of what it was. And I got second place. Huge. This was in 2019. So I would say there was probably like 60 people in my division, and I did the pan division. So,
60 people.
Yeah,
dude, that's fucking
great.
great.
No, was awesome.
Well,
It was
I
awesome.
think Christian went to 7-Eleven.
You know what's crazy is back then.
I just asked for a water. I thought it was right next to him. And I'm being a prick. The guy left the studio. All right, but go ahead. Go. What are you saying?
Yeah, so
Fuck, I feel like a prick now. The guy he left. I think that's okay. We got a 2-shot, but I think it's hysterical.
Yeah.
I feel bad though because I thought it was right there. Now I feel like a prima donna.
No, he's gone.
Go get me the water. But go ahead.
So, and this isn't my water. This might be yours, is it?
Nah, it's not mine either.
Right.
So get that away from me.
Yeah.
No, I'm only kidding.
Over
Go
here.
ahead. Yeah.
So, so I did the Caputo Cup and got second place. And at the time, I was actually rivalry. There was a rivalry between the flour company I used and Caputo. So I was on a different team. Ooh. I used a flour called Poselli. And the reason I use them is because they're based in Frosinone, which in Italy is like kind of where my family's from.
Okay.
So I felt some kind of like loyalty to that.
Of course.
That I felt like should use. And it was a great flour. But then Caputo was the king, man. And they throw offers around to get you to use their product. And they're awesome. And they treat you like family. And they're great. But at the time, I used the Poselli flour in the Caputo Cup. So everyone had told me going in, they're like, there's no shot you win. Like, you got no chance. Like
you almost did.
Yeah, and I almost did. You know.
So what? Now listen, this is where I give you a lot of credit because to open up your first shop. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that and the location. It's at a train station, and to do that from the get-go, you were importing the flour. Because that's the big thing. Because you told me, like, listen, it's like twice as much for a bag. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons.
Pre-COVID, it wasn't that much more.
Yeah.
COVID kind of ruined everything. So I remember pre-COVID, a bag of All Trumps, which is General Mills flour that has the bleach and bro, and it was about like $13 or something like that.
Okay.
And my bag of flour that I used was still expensive, but it was like $23. It wasn't crazy. Like, it wasn't that much more.
Yeah.
So, and it was still imported from Italy. It was the Poselli flour. So it wasn't that much more. Then after COVID, that's when everything skyrocketed. I'm paying like $48 a bag now. So.
But like back then, I don't know anybody that did anybody else? Was it around Long Island? Because I never had it.
I had to be one of the first people using it, like 100%.
All right. So,
I think there's some other pizzerias that were dabbling with it, maybe some Neapolitan spots, but I was probably one of the first that really used it and used it 100% and started talking about it. Back then, I didn't really focus on social media back then, so I couldn't really tell my story. But then
hey man, I feel like a prick.
He got
Christian.
a whole case.
I literally listen to me and keep this in. I thought it was right there. I thought you had them on fucking. You usually do though, right? We usually have some water around here. I feel bad. You guy ran out to this. Christian, you're the best producer ever. Anyway, so I thought it was ballsy for you to open up your first shop, paying more for the flour. When you opened up the first, when did you open up Talio's in Mineola?
I opened up in 2018. So look, I still owned the frozen yogurt store back then.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would go back and forth. Like I had that store. It wasn't like I went there every Tuesday to collect money and
did you love the
right. Nah,
you love the yogurt like you love the fucking.
It was
You want to be yogurt pizza Rob?
It was a pump.
Yogurt Rob doesn't sound the
I
same.
used to be Rob Yogurt. People call.
Oh
me that.
really?
Yeah. But it was a pump and dump. It's a franchise that I think, it was a fad at a time. Everyone was opening them like crazy, and trust me, I made tons of money. But it wasn't something I was passionate about because also it wasn't mine, right? I was a franchisee, so I owned the store. Like I owned the business and I owned that store, but there was someone else calling the shots. So I'm a very creative guy. If I wanted to do something, I couldn't. I got handcuffs on because they would create all the flavors, they would do all the marketing, and with the pizzeria, it's like I could really do things that I want to do and explore different avenues for marketing and launch pizzas that I want to make and
you take pride with something where you put your name on it.
Yeah,
and it makes you feel like. It's just, again, you're not just a company guy that's fucking hope you get a fucking bonus or whatever else.
It's my own thing. A lot of people don't know, bro. I didn't make money at Talio for 3 years.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The first year of business, they say, is the hardest. The first 6 months to a year.
It was definitely the hardest.
Now, the location's got a lot. It has to have a lot of
So
walk-ins, like-
on paper, that location sounds and looks amazing.
yeah, because the train.
Yeah, you got the
traffic to
train, you got the hospital, they got all these buildings around, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like, it really like, you have to earn the hospital's business, man. Like you gotta really be good because they're looking for a quick, cheap lunch.
Yeah.
And you gotta earn their loyalty. So that was tough in the beginning. I opened in 2018. I was open for 2 years and my numbers were steadily going up, but then COVID came and kind of just wiped me off the map, and I almost closed, man.
Really? From the pandemic?
I almost closed because I was new, and so a new guy on the block selling Roman pizza slices where you can't even come into the store anymore. My whole business model was done.
Think about mine.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to stay 6 feet away with grappling. That's not great.
What did you do there? Like,
You know, I was very fortunate myself because one school I lost because every month they're trying to hit me up for 10 grand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm not even. They're like, all right, well, you'll basically owe it to us. Like, fucking,
no.
I'm gonna be fucking. How long were we shut down for? I'd be in the hole for. So after 30 grand, I go, you know what? I don't need 2 schools. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, the pandemic did a lot for me because, you know, one, I used to have to go into the city for UFC Unfiltered and my you know, my other podcast, and 2, I don't need 2 schools. I found out it's so much better with one. And in Levittown, you know. So I've always had 2 schools, but it's so much better having my school's huge, and everything's under one roof. You know what I mean? And it's just. It's a different model.
It consolidated all your students and your
I'm
instructors.
There all the time. My family's
that's
there.
nice.
So much better. But basically, what got me through that pandemic, that landlord Joseph is fantastic. He worked with me. He's one.
Yeah.
The other guy was a corporation. I never got a guy on the phone. It was always it was a piece of shit. And that guy was my landlord at my first school down the block in East Meadow. So that guy, I was a good tenant for how many years, and they were trying to fuck me with that. But my other landlord was good, so I worked with him, and I cover up the whole. After a while, I started just opening up and covering up the whole place and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of people did
fuck
that.
Fuck off with that.
You know.
But Unfiltered got me through. I was still getting paid by the UFC.
Oh, good.
And you know, listen, it was a tough time, but when you get past that tough time, things couldn't be better now.
Yeah.
Things are phenomenal.
Yeah,
you know,
it sounds like we both came out on the other side a little bit better.
Shit, man, so great.
I used that time to like really sharpen my knife as far as like my skill of dough making. Like, you know, I was good. Like, you're just there every day, and you're like, well, let me try a different dough recipe. Let me try this. Let me try that. You know, so it definitely made me better. But yeah, man, like 3 years, I didn't make money there, and I almost closed.
Well, I'm sure word of mouth had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because I mean, I wasn't bullshitting you, man. When I had that, I was like, yo, it's my favorite. I've had pizza all over the fucking world, dude. Except for Italy. I've never been to Italy. It's a shame.
Oh, you
I'm going eventually.
If you go to Italy, I will come with you. And I will take you
That'd be great.
to some of the best restaurants in the world.
Oh, that'd be phenomenal. I gotta bring now that my girls are older, like, you know, they're all
You gotta bring
pretty much teens. You know, my youngest will be a teen soon. So now that, you know, we could, you know, it's
You'd
hard.
be surprised how many UFC fans are in Italy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
you have some Italian UFC fighter. What's that guy? Vittori?
Yeah. A Weidman fought him. Alessio.
Did he beat him?
Victoria. Yes.
Yeah.
Weidman's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
You know, he's still kicking ass.
I met Weidman at the DMV once. I sat next to him. We were both getting our motorcycle license.
Great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
And he came out the other end. He's still fighting, actually. So I shouldn't even say he's done, but he's doing phenomenal. I'm so happy the guys that came up with us are really doing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Not to mention not
Long
just
Island,
the champions like Aljo and Marab and everything, but just like Ally Aquinta's got his own real estate business, and you know, guys.
He made a funny video.
That was great.
Some guy was gonna fight him when he was selling a boat.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
If the guy didn't have his arm in a sling, Al probably would have smacked him.
How do you of all the people to talk
well, the
shit
thing is
to,
this: you put Al in a suit, you can still tell he's a savage, but you know, he's well spoken, he's a gentleman.
Yeah.
But you know, he's showing somebody a house, and you had this other guy talking shit. But Al, listen. The Guy fought Habib for 5 rounds on less than 24-hour notice.
Crazy.
Al is a straight savage.
Yeah.
So he could, at a drop of a dime, he could switch.
Just goes.
And that's my favorite type of guy. Good guy, but he gets disrespected, he will smack you. So Raging Al is fucking.
Yeah.
I love Raging Al. We had him in here recently.
I mean, how many guys? I saw another video where the champion from Spain, I forgot his name. He's a big
Ilia Topuria?
Yeah.
He's a big guy? No.
You got the name right. Yeah. I'm bad with names. He was using a karaoke or jukebox in a bar, and some guy came up to him and like pushed him out of the way, and he just cracks him.
I don't think it was Ilya, because I would have heard that. But it's that.
I saw a video of it.
I wonder who it is.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like saying, like, you never know. Like, this is why I don't mess with anybody in person. You don't know who they are.
Tell you right now, I don't like to be in any settings when there's alcohol. And it's crazy. Like, I'm like a hermit. Because you know why? Because even with me, like, I noticed, like, sometimes like at a jiu-jitsu, like at a brewery or something, like guys feel like they know me, and people usually, you see how people treat me. They're cool. People are nice, respectful. Everybody's respectful.
Yeah.
But when they're drinking, like sometimes they'll think they get too touchy sometimes with the alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One time one guy went to touch my head. I went to fuck. I almost smacked him. I'm like, hey, dude, listen, man. And I could tell he was just all, his eyes were all, alcohol could make you just, even the best guys, a different guy.
Like that video of you on top of the guy in Vegas.
Yeah, that was. And I'm with my wife and kids, but that is such a great, I always say, a great, it's a perfect reason for somebody to learn jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It's because, I don't look like a pussy, and the guy challenged me in front of my wife and kids. What if I got my ass handed to me? That's a bad day.
Did he know who you were?
No, that guy didn't know who he was. The guy was out of his mind.
So he just challenged you just because you just so happened to be there.
Yeah, well, he was getting nasty with the staff, and my waiter was bringing me my check, and he got up towards him, and I instinctively got up because my family was right there. Because he was throwing shit too. I thought maybe he might hit my family or something. Man. So I had my young kids with me and shit. So when he got up to my waiter, I got up, and then he immediately directed it to me. He goes, "What? You got a fucking problem?" And then he was in arm's length. And then he took the shirt off. When he's taking the shirt off, I knew that's the green light. What's gonna happen when the shirt? It's gonna get better when the shirt comes off.
Shirt comes off.
Nah, shirt comes off. It's a mano. So I took him down, and it was a good.
What an embarrassing video for him to have on the internet.
It's bad that I'm friends with Dana, because I sent it to Dana. He put that right on Twitter and everywhere else, X, and it was fucking that shit went viral.
Yeah,
it was on TMZ.
Yeah, it was.
But enough of that shit. What about you being on a new reality show? That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, so it comes out.
Let's go.
Easter Sunday, 10 o'clock. It's my first episode with Bar Rescue.
Bar Rescue, man.
Bar Rescue, yeah. So I'm the chef expert. We go into a bar. They sold pizza, and I'm not allowed to talk about too much, but we go into a bar that's failing, and that's the premise of the show. Okay. John Taffer does a renovation. He has a chef come in and fix their menu, and he has a mixologist come in and fix their drinks, their beverage program. So I went in, and they were selling pizza, but everything was in a can, and everything was like frozen dough balls, and everything was just pre-made in a can. And so, like, for them, it's a big change to go from canned everything, frozen dough balls, to now you're making your own dough fresh, and you're using fresh ingredients. And, it was very difficult. But in the end, we changed their whole menu. And I don't know how they're doing now. I haven't checked up on it. But the episode comes out April, when is Easter? April 5th?
Yes. I believe it is, yes.
I think.
Because I'm doing Rogan, I think the 9th. So it's right after that.
Nice.
Because at first we thought it was the same day. My wife's like, "You leaving on Easter?" What do you? I go, "Honey, I'll leave out the same." I'm telling her I'm leaving. I'll take the midnight flight. Meanwhile, it's a different day.
Yeah.
Got worried for nothing.
Yeah, April 5th. So 10 o'clock at night, April 5th on Paramount Network.
It's on the Paramount Network.
It's on Paramount Network, yeah.
It's so great that the UFC's on there now.
That is incredible.
Isn't it great?
That saved me so much money.
It is.
There were some fights where I was like, I missed half of it already. I ain't going to spend $80 on this thing,
How was the experience doing the Bar Rescue compared to the Chopped? Because there's no pressure on you.
Yeah, Chopped is like you're in fight or flight mode the entire time. Like, you're nervous. Like, you're on television. You don't want to embarrass yourself. And also, they're giving you a mystery basket of ingredients. You don't know what they put in there. Like, It could be like, I don't know. I was so scared they were gonna put avocados because I hate avocados.
Dude, I'll throw that on the floor.
Yeah, it's gross. But yeah, man, like when you open that basket and you see the ingredients, you have to break them down. It's almost like a puzzle. And you break them down item by item, and you're like, how could I simplify this? And you just go into your fundamentals, and you just say, hey, like, this is what I do every day. I make pizza, and this is just making pizza in front of a camera. It's the same thing. But that was like very nerve-wracking. And at the end of it, after they say you're Rob, you're the chop champion, your body just is like, oh, like you just crash. You're just like,
like
but then you got to do
Fighter.
3 hours of interviews after that and like recap everything you did.
Yeah.
Because you know when they have like you sitting in the chair and you're talking, the episode's playing, but you're talking about what you're doing in the moment.
Yeah.
So that happens after the show. So they tell you everything you did, and you got to talk as if you're in the moment right there. So it's just a long day, and then like and they take your phone away. So
this is similar to the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, they take your phone away, and now it's I left at 5 a.m. My wife, I'm like, hey, I'll text you when I lose, because I didn't think I was gonna win.
But leading up to this thing, did you like?
I practiced. Yeah.
What'd you say? Like, did you tell your wife or something? They go get me a bag of whatever, put stuff in it, or did you do shit like that?
Yeah. No, I talked to other people that were on the show. So I had a couple of my friends were on that show, and they told me, hey, like, there's nothing you could do to prepare for this. There's nothing. But they broke down like how it works. I'm like, hey, when you open that basket, is it just boom, the clock starts? Because you got 30 minutes to make a pizza.
Okay.
So is it like boom, the clock starts and you got to go? He's like, nah. You open the basket. You open the basket like 10 times because they want your reaction.
Yeah.
So they go, okay, cut. Let's do it again. More reaction.
Yeah.
And then as I'm doing that, I'm utilizing that time to process what I could make.
Okay.
So and then you got a 10-minute camera reset. So now in that 10 minutes, I'm saying, and that's why they don't give you your phone, because they know you'll just go Google how do I use vegan pepperoni, So that's kind of the 10 minutes I use, and then they have other chefs there. They don't want to make you look like an idiot on television. They want to give a good television episode too. So they have other chefs there where you're like, hey, I'm really stuck on this carrot stems, because I got carrot stems. I'm like, I'm really stuck on these carrot stems.
Shit.
They're like, well, you could make a pesto, you could do this, you could do that. And and so you kind of work with what you got, but yeah, man, that's very nerve-wracking. The bar rescue thing is nerve-wracking because you're dealing with a guy like John Taffer, who's a celebrity that's been on television for 10 seasons.
Yeah, he's the one who's always yelling.
Yeah, he's yelling at everybody, and now you're hired to be a professional, and you got to be at the top of your game too, because when I met him, he pulled me into his trailer. He's like, hey, Rob, I want to make this like a really pizza-centered episode. I want you to make New Haven style, New York style, Detroit style, Roman style, and Neapolitan. Okay. And he's like, could you do that, Rob? I'm like, yeah, I could do that. Because you don't say no to John Taffer. You're like, yeah, I could do that. Sure. Like, that's like saying, I want you to teach somebody in 2 days Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you can't. But I was like, yeah, sure, I'll figure it out. As soon as I left the trailer, I went to the producer. I'm like, listen, I know I told him yes, but there's no world. I couldn't even do that in my pizzeria, let alone.
You made a nice Detroit for me the other day.
Yeah, it was good, right?
It was good.
Yeah. So I ended up making one dough and did New York style, Sicilian, and Detroit. So I made like a hybrid dough that could do all three.
Ah.
Yeah. So that was.
You didn't
cool.
hear nothing from him. He wasn't upset about it.
No, he wasn't upset. I think the producers told him, listen, John, like
Might be
it's too much. Yeah, it's a little too much. But it worked out. The pizza was great. Pizza came out really great. A lot of the people, they tasted it, they loved it. So it was great.
Is this series airing now, or is that like the?
So the series is airing. Every episode is a different restaurant that they go save with a different chef and a different mixologist.
By the way, back at Chopped, how many people were in that? I call it a tournament, but how many people?
So
were
there's
on the
four.
show?
So there's four people,
there's four,
and then it goes appetizer, main course, and dessert. So there's 3 rounds with 4 contestants, and every round someone gets chopped until there's one left.
You're a dessert guy.
I'm not a dessert. I never do desserts, but I just so I made a good dessert on
You
that.
made all
show.
right
Yeah, we made like they gave me a pizza cupcake. So inside it was like, dude, I can't even describe it. It was like almost like a donut, but it had a hole in it, and inside the hole was pepperoni, cheese, and mozzarella and sauce
In a donut?
in like a donut. Yeah, but it was like
I love pizza.
It
I'm
wasn't a
getting nauseous.
sweet donut. It
No,
was like a
I got
weird
you.
cup. They called it a pizza cupcake.
Okay.
So what I did was I took all the tomato sauce and pepperoni out. I deep fried it. I tossed it in cinnamon and sugar.
Oh, nice.
And then I made a filling for it. So I made like a chocolate mascarpone filling. And then I put some fresh strawberries on top. And then one of the ingredients in that round was a vegan pepperoni.
Okay.
So I ended up taking like a strawberry jam and cooking it down with the vegan pepperoni to make it like a spicy jam. And then I layered that on top. So
It had to feel fucking great within that show.
dude, it was awesome. And I think for me, I didn't realize what happened until when I got in my car and they finally gave me my phone back and I called my dad.
Yeah.
Who's like my biggest supporter. I wouldn't be where I am. I mean, he's financed all my business, and he's the one who made me not quit.
He put you on your path.
He put me on my path, and as any father should and would do. When I called him, I'm like, hey, he's like, dude, where you been? It's 10 o'clock at night. Like, we were all nervous. We haven't heard from you. I said, I won. He's like, nah, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm like, no, I won. And he's like, no way. That's incredible. Like, when is it airing? And then I told my wife, and same reaction. She was like, no way. You didn't. You really won? Because I went into it saying, look, I just don't want to be first one chopped.
Yeah.
I'm not a chef. I'm a pizza guy. But the people they put on that show were also pizza guys that really none of them had their own pizzeria. They were all kind of home chefs or home pizza makers. So,
dude, that's fucking wild, man.
It's
what
wild.
an accomplishment. And the bar rescue, is it a reoccurring thing, or is it?
Yeah. So they're hopefully they film a new season. They said that they're going to be filming a new season, and then whenever they get bars that have a pizza aspect to it, they're gonna call me in as their pizza consultant expert.
They're gonna listen, because there might be a lot of pizza makers out there, but like I said, you could be behind the camera.
Yeah.
Did you realize that after you did Chop? I'm sure you do interviews also. You do stuff like that.
So they make sure you're good behind the camera before you go on television.
Yeah, but not everybody has. Not everybody.
Not
can do
everybody
it.
has it.
They don't
yeah.
have it, man.
Yeah.
Like when I did the Ultimate Fighter, like that's the first time I ever did a lot of. I mean, on the UFC in the UFC, you did interviews and stuff like that, but it was never like just you talking about what's going on in a day. And so it's a reality show. So I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very similar.
I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I know exactly what you're talking about. What you have to make like. This didn't fight happen yet. And
Correct.
This and that.
Yeah.
So it's I know that whole world, but I remember during it, like I didn't realize, because I'm just being me, and I remember realizing, like I remember seeing Chuck Liddell at a pool in Vegas, and he was like, I'm here, and he's like a big ogre, He's like, oh, I'm hearing you're really like I don't know what he said, but he gave me a nice compliment about me. Because the season didn't air yet, and I guess he's talking to everybody, and I don't know. Like I didn't realize that I was comfortable in front of a camera like that.
Yeah,
you know,
you
what I
have
mean?
to be. It's something that most people can't ever get comfortable with. You obviously are great behind the camera. It's something like my wife has a spa. Shout out Aesthetics by Sammy, and she's doing the Instagram thing now, and I'm telling her, hey, like. You got to get your face behind the camera. You're a beautiful woman, by the way, but you got to get your face behind the camera and tell your story and say why you're different. Basically, do what I do with the pizza. Just tell your story. And now that she's doing that, she's getting a lot of traction. But it's difficult for her.
Wait, say that again about your wife? That was your wife?
So yeah, my wife. She does skincare, like aesthetics and stuff. And
nice.
She's going to be opening.
Plug it.
Aesthetics at Aesthetics by Sammy. She's going to be opening a spa soon. I can't tell you where, but it's going to be on Long Island. It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, you can't tell me where because
I'll tell you.
Well, no, you don't. Well, why don't you want people to know?
The deal's not signed yet.
Oh, that's why.
I don't want to jinx it.
No, I got you. No,
I'll say it. I don't care.
Listen,
she's looking in Roslyn.
Okay.
In Roslyn.
Nice.
Roslyn, great area.
What kind of spa?
She's gonna do. It's gonna be like a combo of a Medi spa, and they're gonna have tanning there, and all kinds of aesthetics and facials. And I'm not too familiar with the world.
She likes
but
that.
You got to send your wife and the girls in for some.
Can I tell you? And I already thanked you because my my wife went out with some of the girls from the school to like a yoga thing where you hang from the ceiling. I don't know, it was fucking weird, but it's cool. And then afterwards, they're like, "Oh, let's go to Talio's."
Yeah.
My wife feels bad going there with a crowd because she knows you never charge her. She dropped at least 100 in the tip jar.
No, I know.
She feels bad, but. Hey, I wanted to bring that up only because you're talking about your wife. That's the first time our wives met, and she told me how sweet she was.
Yeah, no,
she's like, she came in for a hug.
My wife's the best. My wife puts up with a lot of shit. You know?
We're both lucky with that, Rob.
Yeah,
because you get the wrong spouse, man.
Yeah,
like it's just I've seen guys get taken down, and I've seen girls just make their man look bad the way they talk to them in front of people. The way, you want someone by your side that just makes you look good in a sense where they got your back.
Yeah,
first and foremost.
she puts up with a lot of like the Instagram beefs and the drama and the pizza drama, and the pizza world has, believe it or not, the pizza world's like the freaking mafia. It's got all kinds of drama going on right now, and unfortunately she catches all the stray bullets, and that's not fair to her, but she puts up with a lot. But man, she's a sweetheart. She loves her. I took her to see your wife's fight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she was like, "Yo, his wife's a badass, man."
She's so. Listen, we're very fortunate with that.
Yeah,
it's funny, man. Right before we came in here, you're like, "Listen, man, I there might be a chance I might have to run out because I got Dave Portnoy in town."
Yeah.
I keep saying he's got to stop by. You told me he stopped by one time.
Yeah. He came by one time in my Mineola location, and he, I wasn't there. I just so happened to be out, so he got a cold pizza, and that's like the one asterisk.
How did he get a cold pizza there?
My guys didn't know who he was, man.
But I know they don't know who anybody is, but they're professional.
So they placed the order. That was back when we had phone ordering. They placed the order. My guys made it really quick because we weren't that busy back then. Like we were a little slow. Like we were slow back then. And he put the pizza on top of the oven, and then the guy was a half hour late, and he even says in the review like, "Hey, I was 30 minutes late," and this and that, and and my guys didn't know who he was. He was just a customer. They gave him the pizza, and he left. And that review came out, and he reviewed both. And he gave the Roman a 7.8 and the New York style 7.3, but
7.3.
Yeah, 7.3 for the New York. But if you watch,
that's crazy.
It was ice cold. It was flopping and it was soggy.
Flopping.
Yeah.
You know what I love about your pizza too is I could eat it. I get like the other day when I stopped in, I got those 3 slices. You weren't there. I stopped in, 3 slices. I do this often. Stop in, 3 slices. I eat it on my way to my school. I go to teach my graybeards on 7:30.
Okay.
40 and over. I got a class 40 and over, Christian. 7:30. I'm trying to get him down there. So I eat it on the way over, bro. Pizza's usually a mess. Yeah. I get it. Driving. Got fucking Metallica, Hero of the Day on. I get it. I'm eating it. It's not John Travolta and walking down with 2 slices. It's just one, but it does not flop at all.
Yeah.
I don't make a mess. It's fucking delicious. So it just shocks me. Portnoy, you got to go back. You got to go back.
Yeah,
I love watching his shit.
He was in like 5 minutes from my pizzeria, my second location in Massapequa, and he was 5 minutes from there. And all day I'm like, maybe he's gonna come in, maybe not. But that's the one thing. Like I've won pizza competition, I've won award shows, I've won TV shows, I'm a chef expert. But that's the one asterisk on my career that every hater in the world wants to bring it up.
Yeah.
And that's like the one knock on me that I would love to have redemption. But, then I say to myself, I'm seeking approval from a guy who's never made a pizza in his life. You know, he's a nice guy. I love his content and everything.
Yeah.
But, he's grading pizzas.
Yeah, but let me tell you, man, I've always been a fucking pizza savage, a pizza slut. I loved it since I was little. Listen, I could eat fucking Elio's. There's nothing wrong with a Stouffer's pizza. I like all kinds of pizza. Your pizza is my favorite fucking pizza. Yeah. And I'm not saying it because now we became good friends. Yeah. But I told you from day one, I go, this is just fucking different. So when you told me, because I'd be coming here and getting some to go and bringing it back because, and when you told me you were opening your second location kind of near me, like really near, like 5 minutes from my house, I'm like, oh, dude, this is just fucking, it's heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't go nowhere. I go here, I go to my school, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I'm obviously at your spot, but the fact that you're right next to the only 2 places I fucking go is fucking glorious.
It's the I don't tell you this often, but what you've done for my business is tremendous. I don't think you realize even
You've done it. Listen, the product is it's
yeah, but sometimes a product could be great, but you need someone with a voice to really say, hey, look, this guy is great. I mean, again, the Joe Rogan thing, like you can't buy that type of advertisement, man.
I love
like,
that they played
he played my video.
You were on Joe Rogan.
I was on Joe Rogan. Like I'm this close to putting on my my Instagram profile as seen on Joe Rogan, but that's a little stretch. But
it's true. But no, that was my pleasure, man, because it really. I'm a simple dude.
Those guys ever come to Long Island, I would shut down my store for the day and have a nice Sarah pizza party for you guys. Like you brought in
Dean Thomas.
You brought in Dean Thomas. You brought in Nate Diaz,
Jake Shields.
Yeah, Jake Shields. I mean,
what's that?
Van Vliet one.
Oh, Chris Van Vliet. Oh, and again, you know who knew him beyond the because it's that world. He's a big WWE interviewer. And great guy. Yeah. James behind the counter knew him.
Yeah, James is my celebrity recognizer. Everybody that comes in, James like, oh, there's this guy. Recently, he got it completely wrong though. Some guy came in and he goes, "Yo, Rob, Tim Tebow's here," and I'm like, "Tim Tebow? He's a football player."
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, "Tim Tebow's here." I go out. I'm like, that ain't Tim Tebow, bro. Yo, it's so funny. He was giving him slices. He's like, yo, I'm a big fan of yours. I'm like, dude, that's not Tim Tebow. It was funny. It was funny.
That's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
When are you opening up? I don't know. How soon is that third location?
I'm looking for a third. I haven't found a spot yet. I am looking everywhere on Long Island. I know a lot of people want Suffolk County, but right now I know he's shaking his head no, but I'm looking in right now. So the way I'm building my business is I want to prove that Talio will work in every demographic. So I went to the South Shore and it's working in Mineola. It's kind of like central Long Island, industrial courthouses. So it's working there. Now I really want to go to the North Shore with the people with the big money over there. My issue with that, the one concern I have with it is that like South Shore, they're pizza people. They're cops, they're firefighters, they're blue collar.
Massapequa's got to be killing it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's doing well.
It's doing great.
The second part you opened up.
The bar.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I opened up a bar. I brought in the mixologist that I did the episode with in Bar Rescue. Her name is Tosh. Shout out Peace, Love, and Cocktails. She made a great cocktail program. Yeah. And ironically enough, it's made with just beer and wine. So it was a challenge for her to make things that tasted like real cocktails with wine and beer base. So it's not as high in ABV, which is the alcohol content. So you could drink 3 or 4 cocktails and not get like fucked up.
Yeah.
And that was a challenge for her, but the drinks are awesome.
Are they all frozen or no?
No. We have frozen, and then we have other ones that are not.
My wife loves the frozen.
Yeah, she loves them. Yeah. So we do just regular, like we have a hot honey mango margarita, different stuff like that she created that are incredible. And then I created like a new pizza menu with all different bar pies.
Okay.
So we have different bar pies there, different drinks, and people are loving it. I know Tommy comes down with a bunch of his friends to watch the UFC, and we have a great time.
I always plan on coming down there, man.
Yeah.
But like, I'm fucking, sometimes it's Saturday night. Saturdays in the morning class, we got like 65 people there.
I don't blame you. There's a lot of people in there. They're all fight fans.
Sometimes
I'm a fan of the fights too, so I'm over there just hanging out with Tommy half the time. We're betting on the fights, and he's telling me to do one thing. I'm like, nah, screw that. I'm going with the underdog, and he's like, he's gonna get his ass. Sure enough, Tommy's always right. He's like, this guy gets his ass kicked. But we have a great time, man. And so I'm looking for that third location to see if I could prove my business model in a more upscale area.
And now that you know your second store is going so well, you feel like you got it down now? Like just like when you want to open up your third shop?
Look, you can never really have it down.
Because you can't be everywhere.
I can't be everywhere.
Like, I mean, now you
I can't be everywhere.
At Massapequa, Hawk.
Yeah, I'm building those relationships with those customers there. I go to Mineola on like Monday, Tuesday. I hang out for a couple hours. Like I was there this morning. But yeah, I mean, you can never be prepared. You kind of just got to jump in and do it, and then figure it out after. That's what I did with my second location, and they say the second location is the hardest.
You got it's a great location too.
Yeah, and if you get a good staff, you'll be okay. Like as good as my staff is, there's still some problems we have, and that's every business. But you know, it's finding the right team that works together. That they have to believe in your vision too. I'm not trying to be just any pizzeria. I want to be the best. Like that's what I'm driven to be. Like we won an award like top 3 in the country, slice shops. And like
you got what now?
We won an award from an organization in Italy called 50 Top.
Yeah.
And they basically send people out and mystery shop different pizzerias all over the world. I mean, like Japan and everything.
Okay.
So they have different lists for the region. So I'm in the Northeast, which is the United States. Okay. So I was ranked number 3 in the United States for slice shops, and then they have 50 top pizzerias, but the pizzerias that they're ranking are sit-down restaurants that have like full waiter, waitress service. So they start 2 years ago, they started the slice shop awards because in the United States, there's more slice shops than sit-down restaurants.
I hate when I go to an Italian place and I'd be like, yo, for an appetizer, you got any pizza? And they look at you like... Fall. Like, no, pizza. It's like, hey, dude, calm down. Well, you're about to go get me a fucking,
they're calling it a flatbread. Bro, it's a pizza.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's fucking funny.
Yeah, so I won 3rd in the country for the slice shop 2 years in a row. But, like, part of me is, like, I know the guys who ranked number 1. They're in, they have 3 locations, one in Manhattan, one in the Bronx, one in Brooklyn, and now one in Little Italy, and they're Lindustry, and they're great guys, and they're super talented, and they do have amazing pizza. So, you know, just to be mentioned on a list with guys like that is incredible to me because we're on Long Island, man. It's tough to get recognition out here.
Dude, does it feel good to be like the pizza king of Long Island?
It feels good, but it's lonely.
I'm saying you're not saying. I'm saying
it's lonely at the top, man. It's lonely at the top. There's a lot of hate at the top. There's a lot of people trying to pull me off that mountain.
Dude, I got family I don't talk to.
Yeah,
you got to understand. If you got to shine, man. Yeah. You have to play to your strengths and go as far as you can go. And there's people that you're gonna think are gonna be happy for you, and next thing you know, they're secretly not wanting you to do well.
Yeah,
you know, it's a weird.
It's
a weird dynamic.
There's no loyalty in the restaurant business. You could have customers that been with you for 2 years, and then the next guy comes around and he goes viral on Instagram, and then they're going to him. You know, and that's just the game. That's how it is. Like there's always going to be some guy after Rob that is going to have the new hot spot that everyone wants to go try. Yeah. What I try to do is just be consistent.
Listen,
I want to give a great product consistently.
But that's the thing. That's what I agree with, because it's not like, oh, this is a new spot. Look at this. It comes down to the quality of what you're selling.
Sure.
And what you got.
And
the atmosphere is fantastic. Dude, I've never had a bad slice. Yeah. I've never had to be like, yo, this is burnt, or this doesn't just taste off. Yeah. It always just tastes so fresh. And that's why you're always going to be successful. You know what I mean? Hey, look at us now.
Here we are.
Come on, man. Top of the world. Hey, dude, you are killing it. Tell us again when that bar rescue's coming out.
Coming out on April 5th. That's Easter Sunday at 10 o'clock at night, man.
Everybody's
Paramount
gonna be home.
Network, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, everyone's going to be home. I wanted to have a party to, like, watch party, but not in the cars.
On that day, it might be rough.
Yeah, a little rough. Little rough.
But, hey, if you're ever in Mineola, Long Island, Massapequa Park, Long Island, stop at Talio's. If you want to get a Sarah slice, it's phenomenal.
We didn't even talk about the Sarah slice, man.
Could we just say how it came out? Because it's funny, because it's almost like good karma, where you never fucking charge me. Mm-hmm. And my wife and my
thing charge you.
But listen, but this is the thing though. I'm there fucking 5 days a week. Now you could be like, listen, that's taking advantage. So, but I'm coming either way. I feel bad. Like, so me and my wife, we're not those people. My wife especially.
Yeah.
So she's always like, listen, let's order online. So we would always order online. That's our way of showing our love to you and enjoying your pizza.
And they're always very large orders, and I appreciate that.
Well, dude, I fucking love that shit. You can't. And by the way, can I just say this? The best fucking wings I've ever had. The garlic fucking wings.
You like the chicken wings?
I should have had you bring them today.
Yeah.
The fucking garlic wings are fucking phenomenal.
They're good, right?
Dude, they're fucking, Edwin fucking loves them.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law. You ever meet Edwin?
I never.
My brother-in-law?
No.
You'd remember. 300 pounds. He lost weight.
I don't
he
think
lost weight.
I don't
He's
think
gotta
I
be
met
like
him.
260 now. But strong gentleman. My brother, he loves that shit.
All right.
But where the fuck was I going with
Maybe
this?
we got to
With
make the
the
Sarah
wings.
wings.
Oh, how we be the Sarah wings? No, I'm good, dude. I'm good with but how it came about? Good. I mean, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, you would come in. So I didn't have an MVP slice on the menu.
And I wanted to always order it online.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't. I couldn't.
I didn't let you. So you would come in and say, Rob, can you make me the MVP, the one with 3? I'm like, yeah. And so I would look over to my guys and I'd be like, yo, guys, make the Sarah. Because they only knew it from you ordering it. Because I don't really like to take special orders like that.
Yeah.
But when Matt Sarah orders a pizza, you make it for him, you know? So I kept calling it the Sarah, the Sarah, the Sarah. Then you came and ordered it once, and somebody saw us make it. And someone was like, yo, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's like an MVP. Matt Sarah orders it. He's like, can I get one? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Then we started putting it on the counter. And it was like the first pizza we would sell every day. And I'm like, fuck, all right, I guess I got to do it. So I said, hey, I'm like, I'm just going to call it the Sarah Slice and come in, let's make a video. And that's how it came around.
It doesn't have to be long. The ingredients real quick. They might be like, what is on it? Because I don't like anything funky.
Yeah, so the MVP slice was always like marinara sauce, vodka sauce, and pesto sauce. So it's my version of the MVP. We do our sauce a little bit different, less garlic and stuff, but that's what it is. It's our tomato sauce, it's our house-made pesto sauce, our house-made vodka sauce, pecorino, fresh basil, and mozzarella. You know, that's what it is.
What I'm so happy about is there's some in the other room. I'm going to attack after this when I watch Daredevil.
I brought it over, and now we got the hero, and we used to have the MVP hero. Now I changed the name of that to the Sarah Hero.
You know I love heroes.
So now you got a hero and a pizza named after you.
Dude. And it all came, it's like good karma because it came about with...
It was organic.
It was organic.
Yeah.
Because, because I was busting your balls about putting the MVP on the online so I could pay you. And I remember you tell me, look, I'm going to put it online, but it's going to be called the Sarah. That's what it is.
Yeah,
you know
because,
what I mean? I'm like, hey, dude, I'm not going to fight you on that, bro. I'm honored. That's why I brought it up on Rogan.
To this day, it's right now, it's like one of our best selling
so good.
pizzas. If I looked at the analytics, I think it might be like number 2 behind like number 3 behind like pepperoni.
Hey, dude, and that's not doing. They're not doing it because they love me. They love the fucking.
You got
slice.
a lot of students that come.
Oh, dude, how about that?
Oh my God,
my students, I always see them there.
Yeah,
and I got like 400 students
on a Friday night. The amount of Sarah jiu-jitsu t-shirts that are in that building, man, it is unbelievable.
Dude, listen, man, I'm happy for your success.
Thank you, man.
Bar rescue. Well, listen, it
was you. I can't deny it,
dude. You know what's funny because I grew up here in Long Island. I had other shops that I'd go in, dude. My family doesn't want anything else.
Good.
You know,
I would be very upset if you went somewhere else.
And we'd hear places that we are good. I'm like, hey, when you want to try it out, they'd be like, yo, it's not Talio.
Yeah,
it's not. So like,
yeah.
You can't fake the funk. Your pizza is like what Longo would say, like the ring, the cage is the truth. You can't fake who you are in there. It shows who you are. Your pizza is so fucking good that you're just. I'm glad that you're blowing up, bro.
Has Longo tried my pizza?
I gotta get it to fucking Longo. Yeah. I gotta get Longo.
He always runs out of the podcast too early to get him there.
Dude, that guy, like, it's almost like right now we're talking, all of a sudden he just gets up. I go, I guess we're over. He's like, I gotta go. I go, are you leaving? He's fucking out of his mind. But yeah, so April 5th, Easter Sunday, Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Watch Rob on Barstool Rescue.
No, bar rescue, not Barstool.
What the fuck is Bar? Oh, Barstool's Dave Portnoy.
Yeah,
fuck, man.
Portnoy.
Keep that all in. Dude, we don't cut anything.
And if Dave Portnoy is listening, man, come to Massapequa. We're going to have Matt there. You got to try the Sarah Slice. Give it a score. I want the Sarah Slice scored.
You know what? If he comes in, I know he does the classic cheese, obviously.
Yeah.
And that alone will, as he says, knock his dick off. But I'm telling you right now, like, and they usually sometimes like, they want me to try this too. Then we'll get them to try the Sarah Slice.
We got it.
Sometimes after I teach my morning class or whatever, and I know I'm going to be seeing at your place when dude, I get there when it opens up at 11 o'clock. It's fucking, it's fucking horrible. So I get that, but it's so fresh. The slices are right there. They come right out. But, leading up to that, I'll watch some of the pizza reviews to get right, like a fat guy. I'm watching that to be like, ooh, I'm going to go have pizza, the best pizza. I'm like, oh, fucking fat kid at heart. Yeah. But hey, man, dude, this was fun.
This was awesome.
This was fucking great, awesome. Man. All right, everybody. I stuttered that. All right, everybody. Stay humble yet dangerous. I'll see you soon. I'm going to watch Daredevil now and eat pizza. I'm having a great day. All right, everybody. Take care.